I thought my son was finally making friends at school. Then his teacher showed me what they were making him do. My son Lucas has autism. He's 12, and making friends has always been impossible for him. He doesn't pick up on social cues, takes everything literally, and for 6 years, I watched him eat lunch alone while other kids formed groups around him like he was invisible. So when he started coming home talking about Owen, Marcus, and Jaden, I almost cried with relief. He said they sat with him at lunch, invited him to play basketball, asked him to hang out after school. Mom, I think I finally have real friends, he told me one night, smiling bigger than I'd seen in years. I believed him because I desperately wanted to. Then his teacher, Mrs. Walker, called me in for a meeting. When I arrived, she had her laptop open, and the look on her face made my stomach drop. I need to show you something, she said. I only found out yesterday. She turned the laptop toward me and pressed play. The video showed the school cafeteria during lunch. I could see Lucas sitting with 3 boys, the ones he'd mentioned, Owen, Marcus, and Jaden. Lucas was smiling, laughing, looking happier than I'd ever seen him at school. Then I watched Owen lean over and whisper something in Lucas's ear. Lucas nodded enthusiastically and stood up. He walked over to a trash can, reached inside, and pulled out a half-eaten sandwich. Then he took a bite. The 3 boys were laughing so hard they were practically falling out of their seats. My hands started shaking. Mrs. Walker paused the video. There's more. She skipped ahead. Marcus was talking to Lucas. I watched my son walk up to a table of girls and start doing a robot dance. The girls looked uncomfortable. The boys were recording on their phones, laughing hysterically. Mrs. Walker skipped again. This time, Jaden pointed at something, and Lucas walked over to the water fountain and stuck his entire face under the stream, getting soaked. Other kids were staring. The 3 boys were howling. How long has this been happening? I asked, barely able to get the words out. Based on what I've seen, about 2 months. 2 months. Lucas had been coming home happy for 2 months, and I thought it was because he finally had friends. They've been telling him these are friendship challenges, Mrs. Walker continued, that all friends do these things. Lucas doesn't understand they're making fun of him. I felt sick. Where is he now? In the library. I didn't want him to know I was showing you this yet. I watched the rest of the footage. Lucas doing push-ups in the hallway while kids stepped over him, singing loudly in the bathroom while the boys recorded, wearing his shirt backwards and inside out because they told him it was backwards day. Every single time he looked so happy, so proud to be included. Mrs. Walker closed the laptop. I've already called the other boys' parents. They're being suspended. But I wanted you to see this first because Lucas is going to be confused about why his friends are suddenly gone. I drove home trying to figure out how to tell him. How do you explain that the first friends he thought he had were actually bullying him? That they were posting videos of him online with captions like, watch the weird kid do literally anything? When I got home, Lucas was doing homework. He looked up when I walked in, still smiling. Mom, guess what? Owen invited me to his birthday party next weekend. Can I go? Please? I sat on his bed. My throat was tight. Lucas, I need to talk to you about Owen, Marcus, and Jaden. His smile faded. What about them? Those boys weren't being nice to you. They were making fun of you. He shook his head immediately. No, they're my friends. We do challenges together. Baby, those weren't challenges. They were tricking you into doing things that made other kids laugh at you. You're wrong, he said, his voice getting louder. They like me. They sit with me every day. They were recording you and posting the videos online. Lucas grabbed his tablet and pulled up Instagram. He found Owen's account and showed me. There were at least 15 videos of Lucas doing humiliating things. Thousands of views. Hundreds of comments. He read them. This kid is so dumb. Why does he fall for everything? Someone needs to help him. His hands started trembling. The tablet fell onto the bed. They weren't my friends? I pulled him into a hug while he cried into my shoulder. His whole body was shaking. I thought they liked me, he sobbed. I thought I finally had friends. I know, baby. I know. Why would they do that? What did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. They did. The 3 boys got suspended for 2 weeks. Their parents called to apologize, but it didn't matter. Lucas hasn't spoken about making friends since. He eats lunch alone again, but now he looks defeated instead of hopeful. Last week, a kid invited him to sit at their table. Lucas looked at me that night and said, I told him no, I don't want any more friends. He's 12 years old, and he's already given up.